Man, it's taken a long time to get to this point in the fence. We started over a year ago removing all the old fence, which was entangled in trees, brush, and a lot of poison ivy. We wanted to remove it before adding any animals to our farm so they wouldn't get tangled up in it or injured. Then we removed most of the brush and the poison ivy, unfortunately not without a few excruciating days of trying not to itch our skin off from the ivy. If you ever had poison ivy, you know. In our rush to get done, we didn't realize that the girls' 4-H goats had to stay in the pen the whole time. Once we found this out, the need for a fence wasn't a necessity anymore, and it got pushed to the back burner. A year later, and the goats are roaming free, breaking into the garage, eating our baby trees, and sleeping in the garden. Plus, we have a new batch of 4-H goats and had to get back on the fence soon. We got the corner posts set and are now working on getting the T-posts in the ground before finally installing the fence and gates. What we have here is a Titan post driver. I had contacted Titan because their manufacturing plant is actually not very far from where we live, but they weren't interested in sponsoring our channel at all. But I'm not going to go put all those post driver or all those T-posts in by hand, so I would bought one anyways. This is supposed to have enough horsepower and enough oomph to be able to get that T-post either to break through the rock or push through the root. So I'm excited to get this going. It's a little bit windy today, but it's not as bad as it has been. So hopefully we'll be able to get the string line straight and be able to line up our T-posts where we need them. All right, so the plan here is Cindy's going to drive the skid steer alongside where the fence is going. I'm going to lay out the T-posts. Then we're going to find the center T-post, and then we're going to run a string line between all of them and then start nailing them in. I'm going to use just a handheld post driver, get them in enough to where they stand upright, and then I'll have Sydney drive along the T-post, and I'll take the post driver, the automatic one, and just hopefully nail them in. We'll be good to go. See how well that works. And now we're moving a little bit faster. Barry came out and he's helping hold the tape, which is probably the hardest part, is holding the tape up. But he's in there pretty good. They're not perfectly straight now until we drive them in the rest of the way. But going a lot faster than it was. probably the last hour and a half, Odie has been digging himself a tunnel.
Looking for dinner.
Yeah, short little legs, man. He's been going at it. He did take a little break and came and laid down to rest, but now he's back at it again. What you getting, Odie? Huh? What'd you find? Yeah. Yeah, good boy. I just finished with the far corner, and I have to say we are getting faster. Starting to get a good groove down. I'm not knocking the post down all the way. I figure once we bring the fence up and pull it tight, we'll see how far down they need to go. So I'm just going to where the fin disappears into the ground and leaving about, I don't know what it is, 4 to 6 inches above that. Actually, I guess it's more like, I don't know what it is, but it's longer, it's taller than 4 feet. So when we get the 4-foot fence in, we'll knock it down to where 6 inches above the top of the fence. Then we'll wire everything together. But it's looking pretty good. So it's not, I don't know, I actually say it's pretty darn straight. That's really straight. So we're just taking a string line, going down about midway, eyeballing it to where it lines up with the far post, running a string line down, and then just measuring every 8 feet and putting it on the string. And it's working pretty darn good. I think these last 2 stretches here, about 500 feet that way and about 300 feet here to the north, are our straightest ones yet. So definitely getting better, but boy, my arms are feeling it. We're gonna get this last corner post in down here, finish up the center cross fencing back to the barn, and I'm probably going to use the gas powered one for that because my arms are burning.